Hi, everyone. I am going live now because I believe there's going to be a press conference outside of the Van Nuys Courthouse in California after the status conference hearing that just happened for Erik and Lyle Menendez. So let me pull that up right now. Again, I just decided to go live. There's a few streams going on. This is Associated Press. Let me see. I'll make this bigger. You know, I'm gonna switch actually CNBC. We can decide what the best one is. I feel like they have to be ready to speak because it's been almost 90 minutes. So let's wait and see. Hi guys. Hi Sheila. Hey Sam. So I think it's been pushed back. I think they're going to speak, but again, I'm not certain. So I did hear that the December 11th is being pushed back, but I want to hear someone talk outside, so I'm just waiting here. If you guys hear of keep searching, I'm going to keep searching right now as I'll let this play. I'll make this bigger. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's see. I definitely okay. This one looks a little bit busier, like They're waiting for somebody. Oh, hey, Stacy. Yeah, so I am waiting to get confirmation that it's officially been pushed back, and I mean the resentencing hearing for December 11th. Um, and this reason again that I'm hearing that it is most likely pushed back is to give the new DA time to review everything, Nathan Hochman. So let me see if I can find any other channels. Again, just bear with me. Menendez. Okay, so Fox 11 is reporting that it's officially been pushed back and postponed to 2025. Maybe I'll switch there. It's officially been postponed. Let me read this to you right now, guys. I'll read what Fox LA has said. They have said a judge on Monday postponed the resentencing hearing of the Menendez brothers to January 2025. Attorneys for the Menendez brothers requested the judge to reconsider the convictions of the brothers who are serving life sentences without parole for the 1989 murder of their parents. Let's see. The Menendez brothers attended the proceedings virtually from San Diego. Okay, so it says that the hearing date is January 30th. The one that was previously December 11th. Okay. Defense attorney Mark Garagos also implored the judge to resentence the Menendez brothers on the lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter, a crime for which they have already served 3 times the maximum sentence. Just 16 seats in the courtroom were made available to the public via lottery, which was held right before the hearing to see who could grant access. Yeah, this all seems I guess kind of standard, and we already knew this was going on. We already knew this was happening. I thought somebody was going to speak. Maybe not. Let's see. And you're welcome for this update. I mean, I guess it's nothing too exciting, but kind of disappointing. I understand, of course, but I'm a little disappointed because I think we all wanted to believe that they would be home for Christmas. I was really excited thinking about that. Let me just update this banner right now. Oh, Menendez brothers resentencing pushed back to January of 2025. I mean, I guess this makes sense. I'm going to switch over to this tab and play you guys what Fox LA has. And then if I see anything on AP or NBC LA, I will switch over. But let me play this right now. Okay. Let me see. This is not playing. Hold on. Hi, Afton.
And happening today, lawyers for the Menendez brothers will ask a judge to reconsider their murder convictions.
Mario Ramirez is live in Van Nuys with more on today's hearing. Mario.
Coco Brooke, good morning. It's been over 3 decades since the brothers Erik and Lyle Menendez were sentenced to life in prison without parole. We're just outside the Van Nuys Superior Courthouse, where they're expected to attend a hearing today virtually from San Diego, where they're serving their sentences. Another important milestone in this highly anticipated case. The Menendez brothers, Erik and Lyle, convicted over 30 years ago for the shotgun murders of their parents in Beverly Hills, and they're making a new plea, a new bid for their freedom. Their lawyers have filed a petition asking a judge to consider new evidence of alleged sexual abuse by their father. The evidence including a previously unseen letter from Erik Menendez to his uncle in '88 describing the alleged sexual abuse, and a recent claim by a former Latin boy band member who alleges he was abused by the brother's father. Outgoing LA County District Attorney George Gascon announcing his recommendation last month. The brothers be resentenced after an investigation into the new evidence. The governor's office said it would wait until District Attorney-elect Nathan Hochman reviews the case after being sworn in December 2nd before deciding whether or not to grant clemency, one of the scenarios which could grant the brothers freedom. Now, defense attorney Mark Garagos says he'll ask the judge during the hearing to resentence the brothers on the lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter.
If he goes through, and I'm hopeful that he will, all of the what's called the C file, which is their correctional file, if he goes through and talks to correctional officers who are dealing with both of them, I don't think anybody who looks at the C files and looks at what happened and sees that they've done 35 years can come away with any conclusion, but that it's time for them to be released.
Defense attorney Mark Garagos there. Last month, nearly 24 relatives gathered for a news conference in support of the case being resentenced from the original conviction of first-degree murder. No major decisions are expected today. That status hearing will confirm some details for the resentencing that is expected on December 11th. And the demand for seats inside the courtroom is so high, a lottery is being held for 16 public seats inside the courtroom. That'll be held here outside the Van Nuys Courthouse before proceedings begin at 10:30 this morning. We'll have more throughout the morning here on Good Day LA. For now, live in Van Nuys, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks, Mario.
Okay. So, yeah, that was pretty much what went down in the courtroom today. There wasn't anything crazy, but the judge did rule that
100% satisfaction.
Just kidding. That it would be pushed back to January 30th and 31st. That is what Fox LA is reporting. And I'm going to switch over to Lyle's Facebook right now, actually. So Lyle's Facebook says, and this Facebook we know is run by his, apparently not his wife, Rebecca, his former wife, Rebecca. They're good friends, but we just learned they've been separated for some time now. Rebecca wrote, obviously this was 2 hours ago, we have been told there will be no live stream, so everyone will have to wait for news updates or updates here. We're all hoping for good news, but we have to be prepared for bad news, which in this instance, means kicking the 12/11 resentencing hearing into next year, or getting a bad vibe from the judge on which way he is leaning. It's time for justice. Okay, so obviously they're not super happy about the resentencing hearing being pushed back. Totally get that. But I don't know if that necessarily means bad news. I feel like, I mean, yes, it's disappointing, but I feel like it's a formality at this point because they got a new DA. So I understand that, even though, yeah, it sucks. I think we all wanted to see them home for Christmas. Let me refresh the page as well to see if anyone has anything new to share. I'll make this bigger. Sorry, I don't know why I made myself bigger. No one needs to see me on a Monday. Trust me. And let's go back to AP. Still nothing outside the courthouse. I'm not sure if somebody expected statements to be made by Garagos or whoever, but it's like, I feel like I've been watching the outside of the Van Nuys Courthouse for such a long time now. It's kind of boring. Oh my gosh, Monica, you just made my life complete. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate your kind words. Really, thank you so much. I love being on Nancy, by the way. It's definitely, it keeps me sharp in my reporting skills because I never know what she's going to ask. Sometimes I think she's going to ask me the family dog's name and I want to be prepared. So let me see any of these other comments. Yeah, I know it's an update, not the best news, but also not the worst news. It's not the worst news. What if this judge came in and was just like, I really disagree with all of this, and I'm just going to say, no, thanks. That could have happened as well, but it didn't. So that's good. Sheila, I'm dying at you. Sorry, I'm not going to pin that comment, but nah, not scary, not scary. Yeah, I'll switch back over to Associated Press just to see what's going on outside of the courtroom. It's still just, yeah, masses of press. It's so strange. I really thought there was going to be more. I'm going to keep looking around while we're waiting. And I am waiting for an update on Lyle's page because, oh, wait, here we go. Yes. Okay. Finally. Yay. Sheila, will you can you tweet this? Sorry. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Or Afton, can someone tweet this for me? Oh, is he, unless he's not going to speak. If he's not going to speak, then forget it. Just kidding. He's speaking.
Man, you're going to have to sit.
Okay. Oh, is that a little fangirl? That's so cute. He's so sweet. That is totally a fangirl.
For those who weren't in the courtroom today, I think you could talk to anybody who was. It was a very, it was first of all, the first time that Lyle and Erik have been at least remotely in a courtroom in a number of years, number one.
Wow.
It also was quite a moving experience, at least from where we sit, to listen to Aunt Terry and Aunt Joan, who are respectively Jose and Kitty's older sisters. Both made impassioned pleas with the judge to send the brothers home. And like I said, very moving. Terry testified under oath that she was very close to Jose and practically grew up with him. And Joan as well talked about Kitty and all of the good things that they've done since they've been in there. The judge has now set January 30th and 31st as the days for a plenary or fulsome hearing on the resentencing.
Okay.
He has also invoked what's called AB 600, so he has jurisdiction under that section as well, which is California law. He's going to and has heard and will ask for further briefing. And by January 30th or 31st, we're hoping that by the end of that or sometime sooner that we will in fact get the brothers' release. The family is all here, and including
Exciting.
Joan, who's here, who everybody can wish happy birthday to tomorrow.
Aw.
And Terry
cute.
is here.
Yes, where's Terry?
Where's Terry? Terry's in the back. Terry made the trip.
Bring Terry up here.
Bring Terry up as well. I will tell you that I did not program either one of them, and I don't think either one of them knew they were going to speak, but they spoke, and we did that so they could speak from the heart. And
we're sisters in kind.
yes, and you can tell them you want them home.
I do want them home. They should never have been in such situations that presented themselves. What can a kid do when his father's?
Uh,
Stand it. 35 years.
it's a weird angle.
It's time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to let the family go. I'll answer some questions as long as
Please
people
ask
don't
the
assault
question.
the family on the way out of here.
What
Okay?
was
Is
the
that a
temperature
deal,
of
by
the
way?
judge?
Yes. Okay. So let the family move out and
Media, please move back.
yeah, please move back. Let them create a walkway, please.
I really want to know what the judge was like. I'm dying to know. I hope somebody asks. Actually, I mean, what's he going to say? He can't really say anything negative about the judge, right? On national television.
They're going to run after. Unless you stop that,
Oh.
then we're not doing it.
What's the drama? Wait, what just happened? I literally, okay. I think I need to rewind that because I went to just check Fox LA and did some kind of scuffle happen and he walked away? Or was that not shown? I know. What the hell happened? Garagos always talks to the media. Okay, I'm going to rewind this here. That was super weird.
That was filed this morning. Get rid of the special circumstance.
Go back a little. Hold on. Okay.
Unless you stop that, then we're not doing it.
Okay.
They're not real journalists, Mark.
That was filed this morning. Get rid of the special circumstance.
Okay. It seems like something happened over on the other side where it wasn't being filmed and you heard somebody say they're not real journalists, Mark. Maybe the family was getting attacked somehow. Oh my gosh, it looks like everybody's packing up now. I'm going to find hold on, I'm going to find I'll leave it here, but I'm going to find another just in case another outlet. That's crazy. The family must have been getting attacked by random people with cell phones. My gosh. Let's see. Live. Nobody seems to be streaming anything else. ABC is live. Here, I'll go here.
Their father's sister saying in court today as I read my scratchy notes here, we miss those that we lost, but we miss the kids too. I asked for some leniency to have them back.
ABC.
She was crying, talking to the judge during it, saying that that her daughter was the same age as Erik Menendez. They grew up together. I would like to be able
That
to hug
was
them again
so weird.
and
I
see
am
them again, she said today. And then Joan Vandermolen, Kitty's sister, 93 years old tomorrow. You heard from her there a moment ago. She was frail. She was walking slowly up to the what was going to be the witness stand, but she had a hard time getting up there. So she testified from the defense table instead, the DA's table, reading a statement saying no child should have to endure what Erik and Lyle went through, saying, I love Erik and Lyle and I wait for them to come home. And again, they did this today and not during the hearing that's now set for the end of January, not knowing if either of the two women will be able to make it back in January based on their health and their age.
Aw.
So the judge said, okay, they could do it today.
Wow. So, Brian, what do you think? You know, there's a newly elected DA now. As we know, this became very, very much of a political issue, the release of these brothers. You know, Alex reported on that. You were with them talking about Gascon and how he was really pushing for these boys to be freed. But this new DA could I mean, change the entire decision.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at it from a standpoint of what did either DA have to gain from pushing this? For Gascon, I know a lot of people thinking this was about re-election. Maybe it was for him. Clearly that didn't work out. But I think it also could be in part about his legacy. He had the resentencing unit where they resentenced hundreds of people, including people of murder, and only 4 people reoffended. A very low statistic for any district attorney. And I think he wanted to kind of have the Menendez brothers being the cherry on top for his resentencing unit. But Nathan Hochman doesn't have that. He's a newly incoming district attorney. He's going to start building his legacy. He, from a political standpoint, leans further right than that of the more left-leaning George Gascon. And so there's not as much of a motivation for him to resentence these men, even though there's that kind of social.
And by the way, no one's talking outside the courthouse. I just checked again.
All right.
They're like
Alex
gone.
Stone, Brian Buckmeyer. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. A lot to come. Again, that fulsome hearing now happening at the end of January. We'll keep following the Menendez brothers.
So if you heard that, they said something pretty interesting. They said that Joan wanted to obviously speak on behalf of the brothers, and they told her that she should wait until the January 30th hearing. But with the fact that I think she's 93 tomorrow, Garagos just said it was her birthday. She said, I don't know if I can wait until January. I don't know what my health is going to be like. I don't know if I can make it until then. So I'd like to speak now. I mean, I think what this poor woman is probably thinking is I'm 93. I don't know if, I don't know if I'm going to see tomorrow. So at least she got to say her piece, which is good. I think that's very positive. And man, I want to know what was going on outside here. I'll go back to sharing this tab. I want to know what was going outside that caused Garagos to run away. I do have a friend that's a reporter in LA, so I'll just text them in a second and see if they know anything. But holy moly, I want to know the tea and the gossip, because yeah, Garagos never misses an opportunity to speak to the press. This is very strange. Oh, let me go back to oh wait. Oh no. Okay. Sorry. I thought there was a new Facebook post from Lyle or Rebecca on his page. Nothing yet. It is kind of insane. There have been a lot of, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there have been a lot of gossip articles about Lyle recently, and this stemmed from his relationship with this British woman, or I don't know, woman, girl. She's 21 years old, and that caused his former wife, Rebecca, to speak out and saying that they've been separated for some time now. There is no cheating scandal. They remain best friends, and she remains committed to getting Erik and Lyle out of prison. So she was like, there's no scandal, no scandal. And then today, I didn't post this or I didn't tweet about this or anything, but there was an article saying that Lyle has relationships with people inside prison. And I mean, this is so dumb, you guys. I'm just discussing it because it's out there in the media. And this also, by the way, does not change and should not change any opinions of whether or not you think they should be released or not. I mean, this has nothing to do with the law. This has nothing to do with anything legally that happened to them. But anyway, this article said Lyle likes to act like the woman in the relationship. I mean, it's crazy. I can pull it up, but it's amazing what these outlets will do for clicks and for I guess it's known as clickbait. But let me find that just in case there's anything interesting in it. And what I forget what outlet it was. Oh, I think it was. Yeah, it was TMZ. So I mean, I don't know. TMZ does good reporting, but this also was just not. I don't know. It's a non-issue. Hey, Charlotte, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, non-issue. Yeah, there's nothing super interesting. Nope, it's not even worth it. I'm going to go back to the courthouse. No, nothing here either. I will look for one more thing here that might be interesting before. Okay. KTLA. They usually do really good reporting, and they have done really good reporting on this case. So let me go over to KTLA. I know it is weird that seems to be such a point for them to discuss the fact that Lyle is in relationships with different people. I mean, I just don't. When it comes to this, I don't care who he has a relationship with. I really don't. I don't think it matters. I mean, you're still entitled to relationships when you're in prison, and that's a fact. Okay. No. KTLA says at the hearing, a judge with the Los Angeles. Yeah, we read that. Okay. Garagos. This already has what Garagos told reporters outside. Which he said, we're hoping that by the end of that, meaning January 30th or 31st, or sometime sooner, that we will in fact get the brothers released. And then he speaks a bit about clemency. He would support clemency, which would come from the office of Gavin Newsom. And we know that Gavin Newsom has said that he's not going to decide on that until Hawkman decides. Newsom said he wants to respect the voters. And I thought that was really funny. Sorry, I'm not a big Gavin Newsom fan. I think he's super slick. I don't live in California. But I was just thinking to myself when he said that, oh, now you care what the voters think. That's really cute. Really, really cute. Monica, are regular people not allowed to record the conference? I don't know much about those, so that's why I asked. So they had 16 seats available for people through a lottery. So the public does have a right to attend certain trials and hearings that are not federal. The public has a right. And I think in this case, this was super high profile. So if the public wanted to attend this, let's say that, they wanted to go, they'd have to, get there so early, probably wait in line for hours. And it would just be really crowded and probably a shit show, excuse my language. So I'm thinking that was the purpose of this lottery. Now, they normally, you are allowed cameras in the courtroom in California. A judge did rule in this case that courtroom or the cameras would not be allowed for this particular hearing. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that I think the judge just knows how much media attention this case is getting, and he just wanted to keep it contained to the courtroom and to the reporters inside the courtroom, as well as the public, as well as the family. I mean, I don't know. I understand, but it's disappointing again because the public has taken such an interest in this case, and we do have a right to know. I think we do have a right to know what's going on. So let me see. Did I miss anything else? Question wise, I was surprised at how many people in the stream we were in earlier. No question, they're guilty. I mean, yeah, Charlotte, I don't think it is a question of their guilt because it was never a question of did they do it. It was a question of why they did it. And in my opinion, the fact that it wasn't, it's hard. It wasn't necessarily first degree murder, in my opinion. I do think it was premeditated. Don't come at me for that. But I think that they had their reasons and they've served their time and therefore they should be released and they should be granted parole. So yes, Afton, that's where I stand. So I think it's a really polarizing and confusing case. And I had somebody the other day because all I want to talk about is this type of stuff. And guys, it's shocking. Not everybody wants to talk about murder and crime at dinner parties. Can you believe it? Or PTA meetings. I mean, the other parents are looking at me like I'm fucking crazy and excuse my language. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. Not everyone wants to discuss this. But, you know, somebody had asked me, they said to me, they shouldn't be released because they killed their mom. And I'm like, okay. I was like, guys, it's more than that. This is such a bigger conversation. Number one. Number two, like, you know, I can't discuss this with you in a matter of the 1 minute before a teacher is going up to talk about our children in front of the whole class. You know, it's a bigger conversation. But number two, we're living in a society where somebody like Susan Smith, who drowns her 2 kids, okay, and then lies to police for 9 days using all of the resources there to find her kids, blames a black man, okay, then she, and by the way, Susan Smith was also recommended for the death penalty by prosecutors, and she is eligible for parole after 30 years. It's like, think about that for a minute. And then it's like, and I know at different states, different circumstances, but compare that with the Menendez brothers. I mean, that's not like, this is so crazy. They should at least be given a chance to get in front of a parole board. Hands down, they deserve that. Especially since, you know, we have learned that they are model prisoners. And I have to say it, like, they've done more with their lives in prison than a lot of people have done outside of prison. They've done so much. And, you know, the one thing I'll say is they are getting some good publicity as well. I know, again, Lyle's getting some bad publicity. If you even want to consider that bad, just, you know, having different relationships, but they started a green space project and that was recently launched. And so I was glad to see that some outlets were covering that. Let me go back and look at some of these comments. Yes, mom was complicit. Mom abused at least one of the boys. Yes, and yes. And again, there was proof that mom was complicit, not just from Erik and Lyle themselves, but also by multiple family members. Let's not forget that. But also, I'm not saying that mom wasn't brutally and savagely killed. She was. That's horrible. And that's why they went to prison. And that's why it's been 35 years and they're still in prison. But yeah, let's give them an opportunity to speak and let's give them an opportunity to tell the world again and again, you know, how sorry they are, how much they regret this decision and how they would have done things differently given the opportunity. They just didn't have the tools or the resources to do so. So, you know, I'm going to go back and just refresh KTLA again and Fox 11, because like I said, they have really good coverage on this. Yeah. Okay. There's, like I said, there's really, there's nothing new to report except right below. Everything is pushed back. And I know I am waiting for Rebecca to post in Lyle or on Lyle's Facebook. If you were here for the first, oh wait, she just did. Hold on. Here we go, guys. I'm going to share this tab instead. This is what happened outside. I mean, it's vague, but at least we have confirmation. I'm going to try to get this bigger. Oh my gosh, get bigger, bitch. Sorry. Okay, well, I can make my face less. Here we go. All right, it says, as most of you know by now, the resentencing hearing of 12/11 has been pushed back to 1:30. And Mark was so awesome when he walked away from the press conference because the media was harassing the family. Ugh. Okay, so what we heard, by the way, if you were on the stream, you heard somebody in front of the like the microphones and the press box was here. People were in front of it, and then people were also behind it. You heard someone in front of the press box yell, they're not real journalists, or they're not real media. Sorry, I'm laughing at Charlotte. Make my face bigger. Yeah. I realized I could do that. It wasn't zooming. You know, the other day I was reading, my daughter gave me something to read, like an instruction on a toy. And I actually was reading it. It was so small. I took my fingers on the freaking toy box and I went like that, like it was an iPhone. That's how you know you're going crazy. And it's like you're on your phone so much that I'm like, on a regular toy. But yeah, so that's what happened. I guess the family was getting harassed outside. And so Garagos just walked away. She doesn't really talk about, I thought she would say something, Rebecca, about how they are disappointed with the decision, but she seems okay with it, praising Garagos. I'll check one more time, refreshing it. All right. Yeah, I think that this is good in the sense of the fact that the judge wasn't dismissive. Oh, bye, Afton. Thanks for being here. The judge wasn't dismissive, so I think that we can chalk this up as a good thing. But I get it. They wanted Erik and Lyle home for Thanksgiving, which was a big ask, right? I mean, ultimately, if Gavin Newsom would have stepped up, that would have been a possibility. Same with Christmas. I think that is what the family was hoping for based on the date of 12/11 being the resentencing hearing. Again, now they can look forward to 2025, I think, January 2025. So again, could be worse. I think that yeah, it's not all bad. But Charlotte, I'm reading what you're saying right now. Till my It's true. When you zoom in on like a real object that's not a phone. Monica, let me send you I'll put the Facebook in the chat right now. Here you go. So it says it's Lyle's page, but again, it's run by Rebecca and other family members. But every once in a while, Lyle does post as himself, which I think is very cool. And Rebecca seems amazing. She is always vouching for both brothers. Oh, shoot. You know what? I have to go get my kids from school. So this stream must be over right now. So I am not late. I had the afternoon schlep of activities and whatnot. So I will tweet out the dates of the new resentencing hearing. Thank you all for being here. And I will also tweet about the little harassment that was going on outside. Thank you so much, Charlotte. It's always very, very chaotic. But no, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. And like I said, I'll have an update. Yeah, I hope I'm relatable because this shit's real. And also, by the way, I'm in the middle of watching the JonBenet doc. I have so much to say about that. Bullshit. But okay, I will talk to everybody possibly tomorrow or maybe later tonight. I am not sure, but thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit like or subscribe, okay? That 9